Hello everyone. Today I'll show you step by step how to create personalized Word documents using an Excel list automatically thanks to Power Automate Desktop or PAD. If you ever had to send a lot of letters, offers or certificates, doing them manually can be a real chore. So let's make that easy with automation. First up, a quick intro to Power Automate Desktop. It's a Microsoft tool that handles all kinds of daily tasks, moving files, organizing emails, and today, creating customized documents. If you're new, don't worry, I'll walk you through everything. Alright, let's get started.
Before jumping in, let's go over what you'll need. Have these three things ready on your computer: an Excel file listing out columns like name, email address, and discount, all in the first row. You'll also need a Word template. This should have placeholders such as name, email address, and discount, where information gets filled in.
And finally, set up an empty output folder. This is where your finished documents will appear after the automation runs. Let's begin by creating a new flow. Open Power Automate Desktop and from the home screen, click New Flow at the top. Name your flow something memorable. Here, I've called mine DocGen Test and then Create. The flow you create tells Power Automate exactly what to do and in which order. Our next step is setting up part variables. These make the rest of our work easier and help us avoid copying and pasting long file paths multiple times. Now, every time I need to put the path for the template or the Excel file, I can just mention the path variables instead of copying and pasting the entire path. In the first variable box, type a relevant variable name like path to template and paste the full path to your Word template. Once that's in, click Save. Now add another set variable labeled output folder and paste the output folder's path, then hit save. For the third set variable, call it path to data, paste your Excel file's full path and save again. Now remember, this is how I've saved it, but you can save it or label it however you want. It is just easier to use standard names like I did. With variables ready, we're set to launch Excel and load our data. In the Action search box, type Launch Excel, drag it into the canvas, click the drop-down button for Open the following document, and then either click on the X icon to pick the Excel path variable or manually paste a path, whichever works for you. Be sure to click the toggle that makes the Excel instance visible so you can watch it open. Leave other settings as is, then click Save. Moving on, search for the Read from Excel worksheet option. Place it right under your Launch Excel action. In the Retrieve section, pick all available values from the worksheet and click Save. This loads all your Excel data into a variable that Power Automate can use in later steps. At this point, let's make sure our data is coming in correctly. Drag the Display Message action under the Data Reading step, type Excel data into the message box, and pop-up is a simple way to check your imported data before going any further. Acting like a safety net, click Save. Remember, this is just for debugging and it isn't required for final runs. Now, let's tidy up before moving to the next stage. Find and drag Close Excel action below your display message. Choose Do Not Save when prompted. This closes out of Excel without any changes, since all of our data is already loaded into memory and prevents unwanted file logs. With your data set, it's time for personalization. Search for each and drag it under the Close Excel step. In Value to Iterate, select Excel data from the drop-down menu. Set your current item to current row and click Save. This sets up the loop that will create a customized document for each row in your Excel file. Within the loop, open a Word template by searching for Launch Word and dragging it in. Here, choose Open the following document. Point it to your template either by entering the template path or click the X icon to use your template to path variable. Click the toggle to make Word visible if you want to watch as it opens, then click Save. Now, we need to swap out every placeholder variable in the Word template with actual information. For each change, search for Find and Replace Words in Word document and drag it into your loop right after launching Word. Type the placeholder text like I've shown on screen. Then use the X icon to pick current row. Choose the field such as name that matches your Excel column precisely. Click Save. Repeat this step for each placeholder like discount and email address. Using the exact Excel header names is key for a smooth automation process. If you have additional placeholder variables, keep adding find and replace actions until every single placeholder is covered. Once the placeholders are taken care of, it's time to save each personalized document. Search for Save Word, drag it below your replace steps, and choose Save the document as. Select Word document for the format, but you can also save it in other formats. For the purpose of this video, we're saving it as a Word file. In the document part, click the X to select output folder, add a /, then click X again and put current row with the name field. This makes each file name unique and tailored to the individual. Finally, hit Save. Almost done. Drag close Word under your Save step inside the loop. Choose Do Not Save the document. Since we've already saved each file with the content we want, click Save. Now let's run the entire flow and watch it in action. You'll see a pop-up displaying Excel data. That is your debug check. Just click OK. Behind the scenes, Word is opening and closing for each row. Our demo uses 10 rows, repeating the launch to save steps each time. When the process finishes, open your output folder. You'll see files like John, Offer, .docs and others. Open a few such as the first and last and confirm the placeholders for name, email address and discount. Make sure to see if they've been correctly filled using your Excel data. It's smart to double check everything matches on your spreadsheet or your Excel sheet. Now, why do we have a display message step? Quick note, it's not a variable, but simply a pop-up showing what's inside Excel data after reading the sheet. For beginners, this confirmation is absolutely valuable. Once you gain confidence, right-click that step and disable it or delete it for smoother runs without pop-ups. If you're new, here are some useful tips. Save your flow often, so if anything goes wrong, you can quickly find the culprit. If placeholders don't seem to swap out, double check that the Word template uses exactly as what is mentioned on the Excel header. For instance, name, email address and discount without any extra spaces or case differences. If your Excel loads blank rows, make sure your data is continuous and ideally convert it to a table for the most reliable results. On older computers, or if your flow messes up, try increasing the action delay to 200 to 300 milliseconds. Now, while tools like Power Automate handle general workflows, PerfectDoc Studio is purpose-built for document automation. This is how it works. You can design your document templates with a simple Canva-like interface, connect them to any data source from Excel to complex business systems, and generate documents that are automatically delivered through email, SMS, WhatsApp, or any other channel. The platform goes beyond text. It can dynamically generate images, QR codes, charts, and tables for hyper-personalized communication. The tool offers smart templates, which makes it easier to configure conditional logic. For example, if you want to include a specific terms and conditions section only for customers that are over the age of 60 and from Berlin, you can set that rule in minutes. This way, PerfectDoc Studio helps you manage even the most complex requirements with ease. Plus, it's a truly multilingual system delivering AI-based contextually translated documents in 108 languages. I highly recommend checking out the system. With a freemium version available, you can try it today. When it comes to document automation, PerfectDoc Studio is not only more powerful but also far easier to use than Power Automate. If you like this video, just hit the subscribe button, like, and share. See you next time.